this is Jay. Today I'm going to be bringing you all some Pride nail art. For today's look, I did use Holo Taco's rainbow collection, as well as one of their holiday colors. I believe it was midnight blue, and part of their multi-chrome collection. So we're going to start off with red licorice. You could use stencils, but honestly after doing this, I felt that it was easier after the fact to use the brush. If you have a longer brush, then it might be more helpful, which you'll see it was a little bit easier for me towards the end. After red licorice, we're going to be going into purple fleshy for the other side. I guess in a way you could use the stencils just to get a starter, fill out for what you're wanting to do, or at least get the lines straight. However, after the yellow, you will see where it became a little bit more difficult for me, more so because you kind of run out of space of where to put the stickers, the decals. So if you use the longer brush, you kind of just avoid that step completely, and you won't have any of your polishes peel off. You could put on a top coat in between. I've seen other people do it, but for me, I'm impatient, y'all. I'm not gonna go through all of that, having to wait for the top coat to dry and everything to be able to put on the stencils. Nah, no thanks. Here we're going on with blue slushy. Blue freezy. Same thing from the rainbow collection. And you'll have to forgive me. I'm using a newer angle for recording this video, and there are going to be a few clips where my hand is either slightly off of view or completely off, so we'll have to go from there, or we'll have to adjust in the future. If you use the longer brush, it's a lot easier. It kind of does the work for you, and you don't really need to do much work to keep the line straight. And then completing the lines as well with orange drink. Another thing with the stencil is I feel like once you start using a stencil, it becomes a little bit more difficult also to get the lines paired up, and eventually you're gonna have to use a brush to fix it. So for me, this is what worked, and it made it a lot easier for me. As you can tell, I was kind of comparing the lines there, trying to see what I'm going to do next, how to fix it, because for me, it was not looking right. I did have a reference picture of the pride flag for Puerto Rico, and even though I had the reference, making the lines even is a little bit harder than it initially looked to me. I believe that one was Midnight Blue, which I'm going to be using for the triangle on the Puerto Rican flag. Or I'm sorry, that's actually the purple fleshy that I'm using to fix the line. But after this, you will see the midnight blue for the triangle. Now, one thing I will say, at least for myself, it was a lot more difficult to do these lines and shapes because of the fact that I kept on picking up so much product. I really wanted to, I guess, avoid doing multiple coats, but it definitely caused a little bit more trouble, more so because obviously I couldn't necessarily add on the decals to something so thick because it wouldn't have been dry, and they just didn't stick correctly when I did use them. So at least for the star, I did not do it by hand. I did it with the decal. So when I stuck it on, the edges didn't stick on because the nail polish wasn't completely dry yet, which, yeah, I could have waited. Again, patience is not my virtue, like it's not for me, so, or it's not something that I possess. You know, I know Holo Taco, or I'm sorry, Christine from Simply No Logical has said that she was not planning on making this a Pride collection, but it's just, it contains all the colors, like it's perfect for Pride Month. And I know it's not Pride Month now, but I'm doing a Pride look, so here we are. But yeah, I just really found it perfect for what I wanted to do, and it being my first time making the Puerto Rican Pride flag, I felt a lot more confident in being able to do it because of the colors that the Rainbow Collection has. I did top it off with the scattered Holo Taco. Again, in hindsight, I should have waited to put on the star, at least until it was dry, so that I can get more of a flat look to it. And then on the other nails, we're gonna use the Aurora unicorn skin, and I'm gonna use that one on my two right fingers, I guess, like my thumb and my pointer finger. And then Cosmic Unicorn skin on the other two. I'm sorry, Cosmic and then Solar. I had tried to do a gradient before this and it did not come out well at all, so I cut that out just because if I would have left it in this video, it would have turned into a 40-minute video easily. So that's definitely something that I need to practice on because I really wanted to do a gradient. You see, now there I was a little bit, I guess, unsure what I wanted to do next, so I decided to go for French tips. and I ended up using some of the multi-chrome collection. So I kind of wanted to keep on theme with the flag colors, using the same multi-chrome collection. I thought that it would give it a different effect, and the fact that it does shift from one color to the other, I felt that it would have, I guess, given me the effect of a gradient without actually having to do the gradient. In hindsight, for Cat's Evasion, I feel like I could have also used a different shade from the Rainbow Collection. The Magenta Jelly could have probably worked on that finger as well. And on this last finger, I ended up using Chameleon coat, just because even though it's a green, it kind of shifts towards a gunmetal kind of color, and in this instance at least, it kind of looked a little bit yellowish to me, so I felt that it would have been perfect for that side of the hand. Now I could have definitely left it just at that and not done anything else, but I thought it would have been nice to add a little bit of symbols here and there. So on this finger, I ended up doing the inverted triangle, which, if y'all don't know, it is a symbol that the Nazis used to brand gays with and people in the LGBT community during their tirades. They branded the LGBT community with the triangle, and in more recent years, I guess, after the regime, the LGBT community reclaimed that symbol, and now it's used during Pride as more of a, it's kind of like, I don't want to say like a nod towards it, but yeah, and also in a way it's kind of like a tribute to those that were unfortunately taken away during that time, you know? And then on this finger, I decided to do the symbols for the genders. If I missed any, then please let me know. It's not a symbol that I often see, even though I am in the community, but I've barely ever seen it, so if I missed a symbol, please let me know. lastly, with that same one coat black, I thought that it would be nice to not only outline the triangle, but also overline the French tips to create a little bit more of a defined line. And lastly, we are going to top it off with a nice thick coat of glossy taco or super glossy taco. And before adding it, you might want to make sure that your other nail polish is already dry so that it doesn't smear and ruin the design. And that wraps up my Pride nail art with the Puerto Rican flag. If you'd like to see more of my videos, let me know. Subscribe, like, share. If you don't already follow me on social media, feel free to follow me on my Instagram at bearclaws_1993. And as always, thank you guys for watching my video. If you'd like to see anything different or any other reviews, please let me know in the comments below and I will see what I can do about it, alright? Again, thank you guys for watching. I hope you have a good one. Bye.